All right, for lesson 27, we are still talking about cylinders, cones, and spheres, but we're going to solve problems that involve these, and some problems might have a couple of them mixed together. So we have a review here of the formulas of each one that we've talked about. So if you don't have those memorized yet, I suggest writing those down. And our first question says, Janet is making homemade candles. She has two candle molds, a prism and a cylinder. Which mold uses the least amount of wax? So in other words, which one has the smaller volume? So we talked about on the first day of volume how rectangular prism was length times width times height. So for the prism, we are going to do 5 times 5 times 8. So that's 25 times 8, and 25 times 8 would be 200. And these are cubic inches, so inches to the third power. Now the other one is a cylinder, and the formula for cylinder is pi times radius squared times height. So that would be 3.14 times 3 squared times 8. And when I type that into my calculator, I get 226.08, and these are inches, cubic inches as well. So the question was, which one holds the least amount of wax? And that answer is the prism. Not by a whole lot, but it does hold less. Next on our list of questions, it says a florist offers vases in 3 different sizes. Which vase holds the most water? So which one is the biggest now? So the first one is cylinder, and again, that's pi r squared times h. So it gives the diameter, but I want the radius, so the radius would be 5 in this case, and the height is 20. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 5 squared times 20, and that gives me 1,570 cubic centimeters. The next one, the middle one, is a cone, and the formula for a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. So we're going to do 1/3 times 3.14 times our radius in this case is 5 again. So 5 squared times our height is 30. So this one is 785 cubic centimeters. And then the last one is a sphere. So we're going to do 4/3 pi times radius cubed. And it says the diameter is 10, so the radius would be 5. So 4/3 times 3.14 times 5 to the third power. And that gives me an answer of 523.3 repeating cubic centimeters. And the question was which one holds the most, and that would be the cylinder in this case. It has the greatest volume. And our last question says a beach ball has a diameter of 12 inches and a toy ball has a diameter of 6 inches. How many times greater is the volume of the beach ball than the volume of the toy ball? So we have to find the volume of each. So remember, volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So I'm going to do 4/3 times 3.14. The diameter is 12, so the radius would be 6 here, 6 cubed. And the other one would be 4/3 times 3.14 times diameter of 6, so the radius would be 3. So the first one, if I type that in my calculator, I get 904.32. And the last one with a radius of 3 is 113.04. So I want to divide to figure out how many times larger the beach ball is. So 904.32 divided by 113.04 is 8 times larger. So the beach ball is 8 times bigger than the toy.